In this video, I'm talking about 3D printer scams and why you guys need to stop falling for it. Let's get started. How's it going, guys? Angus here from Maker's Muse, and once again, I've been pulled into making a video earlier than I thought I would be, but this is a really important thing to discuss. There's been an increase of 3D printer scams, and as a lead up to Christmas, I don't want any of you to get suckered into it and to put your hard-earned money into something that will never arrive. Now, during my break, I've been spending a lot of time on Instagram, which you can follow at Angus Deverson. I post a lot of stuff that's not just about 3D printing, and I've been getting targeted ads. So let me just jump in to show you some of the ads I've been getting. So these are screenshots from my phone, and I've been getting ads, for example, like this, the Looking Glass Factory with the awesome Dizzing Off 3D Klein bottle. That's a legit company. I've been getting ads like this. I've no idea who these guys are, Rebel Way VFX, but it's like a video effects asset creation tool thing in Houdini. Then I've been getting a few of these things. These are like really crappy game apps, and like this one, they can't even get the English correct. And I got quite a lot of those. But what I need to discuss in this video are these ones. Now, this was an ad in Instagram, and I clicked into the website to get a bit more information. This is advertising a 3D printer for $40 US, $39.99 discounted down from $199.99. And the company is Innov Stylish. Now, I've been 3D printing for a very long time, and I know for a fact that this is not legit. You can't make a 3D printer at this price, and therefore I went onto Twitter to sort of get some more information, because I met the Toy Box guys when I went to the Bay Area Maker Fair in 2017. And they actually got back to me, so I posted on Twitter and they said, "Thank you for your vigilance. We've been doing everything we can to stop these scammers and prevent others from falling into their trap. If you were the unfortunate victim of this scam, please reach out to us at hello@make.toys and we'll do our best to help." So this isn't real, and this is really important to let you guys know that as Christmas creeps up, these ads seem to be on a lot of social media platforms, and the social media companies don't seem to give a crap that they're absolute complete scams. So this is the page that's still up, the Innov Stylish Toy Box, and it's a complete scam. They've changed the price randomly. Now it's $59.99. And you notice that all the images they have here no longer work. And the reason they no longer work is because they were linked back to the Indiegogo campaign that Toybox actually hosted. So what this scam company's done is they've just hot linked to, they haven't even hosted themselves, they've just hot linked the images hosted on Indiegogo. And since Toybox is clued in on the scam, they've actually added a line here: "Please be aware that if you've seen or ordered a printer from a company called Innov Stylish, it's a scam." So these are real machines, but they're not $60. Sadly, this isn't the first time this has happened, and there's a few other examples I want to go into. There's this one which someone else just linked on Twitter. Sorry, I can't remember exactly who it was. This is another company called gourmethelper.myshopify. That's already pretty dodgy to start with. But the Ultimate Consumer SLA 3D Printer, $29.99 sale. I think this is the 3D Bean or something along those lines. It's one of those cheap machines along the lines of the Spark Maker, resin 3D printer. No way it could be done for this price. It's got to be a scam, and this company, there's no information on it at all. Interestingly enough, there is actually a promotional video here, so if I go to find it on YouTube, let's have a look. I think this was a bit of a Kickstarter, telling by the music.
Backed by years of experience, Kudo 3D in mind.
Terrible jump cut. So that's Kudo 3D. Yeah, so it was the Bean 3D printer. So they've just re-uploaded that video from the original crowdfunding campaign, and I would not at all throw any money into this. And then there was this example quite a while ago. I took a screenshot of it on my phone from a company called barryfox.com, and it's the most affordable SLA 3D printer Magic Maker. This was the Spark Maker, not the Magic Maker, and they were selling it for $20. And yeah, if you go to their website, they still exist, which is disgusting. And you can see all these things: laptop, supercar, goggles, what's this? Artificial intelligence balance car for $40. It's not real. And if you go to Barry Fox reviews, there's just this 1 star, 17, and they're all saying ripped off, scammers. I wish I would have read reviews before I ordered my item. I never received it. Scam site. It's not real. It's a fake scam website. It still exists months on, and people are still being conned into it. And then there's this one. Now, I'm not too sure about this one. I can't find any information about it being a scam, and the price is quite high. But I just had to share it because it's called Better Snatch. And if you go to their website, it's like making your life easier because life is already hard enough. Now, I mean, they're saying that this printer was $700 and now it's $179. That's a complete lie. These basic laser engravers start at about $100. They're not expensive machines. So I'm on the fence with this one. I still would never trust it because it's a random website with no backing or information. But the name, guys, that's the funniest name. However, I can't talk about scams without talking about Wish.com. So over a year ago, there was a very prominent posting on Wish.com, which is this sort of closed community of cheap products. We have to sign in to see their site for a really cheap 3D printer, the CreateBot Super Small, Super Mini, whatever it's called. And it gained a lot of traction on the Facebook groups, and people were going and buying it. And so this is a guy saying that it came out to $25 USD when I used a promo code. And heaps of people in this list went for it. And this is the dangerous thing about these scams, is they're priced at a certain point where it's low enough to take a punt. Warning bells are going off with any logical person that this is probably not real. So they start falling back on crutches where they're like, okay, I might get my money back from PayPal, or I'm protected with my credit card, or it's only $40. But the thing is, $40 from 1,000 people is $40,000, and it jumps up from there, $10,000, $400,000. And sure, a percentage of that would be returned, but a lot of it probably wouldn't be. And another thing that happens on Wish.com, to show you, I'm sure many of you know Wish.com, there's no way I'm signing into this stupid website. A lot of the things will be just listed at stupid prices, then like a discount that's really low. And sometimes it's the discounted price is real and like the previous price is just stupidly high, like we saw on bettersnatch.com. Or they'll just send you something that's completely incorrect, like say it's a kilo of filament, but you just get a sample bit of filament, or you'll just not get anything and your money is returned to you in a couple of weeks. But the thing is, even if they would have to return all the money, if they have a few million sitting in their bank for a couple of weeks, you can make money with that and then just return the few million. I don't know exactly what happens, but the whole saying you need money to make money, that could be what's going on. But I would exercise extreme caution on that website, because here's a statement from CreateBot after they got wind of this product listing on Wish.com, saying that an official statement for the event that someone sold CreateBot Super Mini 3D printer on Wish.com from April 16th, 2017. A company has made this following statement: our company has never sold and never authorized any company or individual to sell CreateBot Super Mini 3D printers on Wish.com. We have contacted with the Wish.com immediately when we first received the news, but still not get a response. So here we guarantee when we get the information from Wish, we will update the news. And the campaign disappeared shortly after this. But basically they've asked for an explanation. So CreateBot's in the dark. There's nothing to do with them, with that machine being there on Wish.com, and no one got their printers. I think people were refunded the money. But that was another very prominent scam where people just thought they'd take a punt on it. And of course, as you could probably imagine, it's not restricted to 3D printers that are being listed on these scam websites. I found this great video by Jet Surfing Nation exposing all of these Facebook and Instagram ads, which are scams for JetBoards or whatever they are, which look really cool. But they're claiming that they're like $200 when they're actually 16 grand. And again, there's that certain price point where people think they'll take a punt. So I'll put a card here for this video. And he's actually gone into detail with all the scam sites he could find. Look at these. Just look at them. There's so many. And they just basically lift images from real websites and put them on these crappy Shopify stores with these counters to incentivize purchases, like you're going to miss out on a deal. And none of them are real. They're all scams. Okay, so hopefully you're not going to fall for these scammy, scummy websites, which quite frankly, I'm disgusted that they are allowed on Instagram and Facebook. Remember, they're owned by the same, Instabook. Instagram is owned by Facebook now, so those ads, take them with a grain of salt. And if you do want a 3D printer, because Christmas is creeping up and you have a very low budget, I'm just going to go through some of the ones I would recommend at this point of time. This is not a detailed video of this, but I don't want you guys to be disheartened and think you can't afford a 3D printer and to be suckered into these scams. So these are 3 3D printers that I would recommend for someone who has a very low budget to get into 3D printing, just to get up and running, where you're not going to get burnt with a machine that just absolutely doesn't work or just doesn't turn up. I'm going to kick off with the Cetus Mark II from Tier Time. This machine has gone up in price, unfortunately, because it uses linear rails, and there was a price increase around linear rails due to, I think, demand worldwide. So it is $350 US, and that is not very cheap for a machine with a non-heated print bed. But just don't get me wrong, this is one of the machines I use the most in my workshop, especially at this price point when I have access to so many other tools. That's pretty impressive. The reason is it's quiet, it's fast, and it uses Wi-Fi. So I can sit right here in my office and then fire up Studio or whatever it is, Cetus Studio, it's the same software, and then send the G-code remotely via Wi-Fi to the machine, and it will just start printing downstairs. And it also has a really good sort of low power standby mode, so then you can initialize it remotely and then start printing. The print bed isn't removable, it's not heated, so this is going to be a PLA only machine, and you do need to print with a raft. Really, you can go raftless, but it has a textured surface. However, I do really like this machine for its reliability and its ease of use. I can highly recommend it for people who do have this budget and want something that's pretty much out of the box, good to go. If you do not have this much money or you want something with a bit more features, you can check out the Creality Ender 3. I tested my Ender 3 quite a while ago, and they've made some significant improvements since. They've now got a removable print surface from factory and incorporated some improved PTFE couplers, because my machine had some pretty crappy ones. But it's available as a kit or as the Ender 3 Pro, which is semi-assembled. The kit's not too bad, but it will be a little bit more challenging to get up and running if you've never built a 3D printer before. And finally, if you've got the lowest budget possible, this is the cheapest machine you'll ever hear me recommend, the Tronxy or Tronxy X1. I've had my machine since January 2017, and I do use it now and then. Obviously, it's not that great. Very small print volume, unheated, PLA only, and it's a kit. But the price is so low. This is in Australian dollars, which is Australian dollars so crap at the moment. But USD, there you go, $112 with the current savings, which I'm not sure when it kicks in. But yeah, that's super cheap. You might not get it before Christmas. Don't forget this is coming from China. But the X1 is the cheapest kit I would ever recommend currently. If you want a 3D printer that is real and does work, can be upgraded, any cheaper than this, I can't really recommend honestly to you guys. You're not going to get a machine that actually functions at all well enough to actually enjoy this hobby. So there you go, guys. Please be wary of these scams, and thank you so much to the Toybox team for responding and letting me know for sure that it was a scam. There's probably a few very limited cases where products like this can be found at that price, and that would probably be during like a bankruptcy auction where they're just getting rid of things, or for example, someone selling it secondhand and they don't value it, in which case it's probably broken, or which has happened very rarely on the internet or in stores where some poor bastard labels something wrong and the store's policy is they have to sell it to you at that price, like they label a crate of drinks for the price of one drink or something. But honestly, do not see these things as that kind of mistake. They prominently display the price because they know it will trigger an impulse purchase, and you will do your checks in your mind and you'll be like, oh, it's worth the punt, it's worth the risk. No, it's not. Please don't fall for these guys. I really don't want for you, your first experience in 3D printing to be marred by something like that, because it is my aim here on Maker's Muse to empower your creativity. And I've been working on a lot of really cool things. I wasn't meant to be making a video this soon, but here I am. I just threw a cover over the couch because it's hiding secret projects that I'll be showing on the channel soon. And I look forward to seeing you again very shortly. Catch you later, guys. Bye.